Okay, and we are live. Hey guys, welcome back to Covenant Canon's monthly Q&A live stream. And also, Happy New Year's, everyone. For those, well, New Year's is already passed, so I hope everyone had a very, very, very lovely holidays. And if not, well, you have me. So, sorry, there's a really crap consolation there, but yeah. But yeah, welcome. Like I said, welcome to the monthly Q&A, the first one in 2025. And yeah, there's a bit of a treat for you guys this month because unlike the usual live streams, I usually play from the campaigns, but this time I'm going to be playing a modded campaign, and this one's going to be Zuka Zamamee's campaign. Now, for those of you who don't know from Halo the Flood, Zuka Zamamee is actually one of the first actual Covenant perspective characters in Halo book. And I played a little bit of this modded campaign a few days ago, and I really like it. So I thought it would be a good way of doing this live stream while also getting a bit inverse into Covey lore, as it were. Now, for those who are new to the channel and don't know what this is, basically I pretty much answer everyone's Discord questions, and while also playing some Halo campaign while you guys are a little entertained while I suck massively. And for those of you who don't know how to find the Discord, it's in the description box below. All you need to do is click to the link, join up, and submit your questions in Q&A submissions in, I believe, the community tab of the channel, of the server, I mean. But it's also filled with other stuff as well. You can chat up about Halo, the lore, you can share some of your images, memes, and talk about other stuff like Fallout, Lord of the Rings, and all other stuff. But I've talked too much, so let's get right into it. And as you can see, I'm gonna play on easy because there's a reason why I stick to lore, because I have literally no talent at all in Halo. So let's just boot this up, and while this is loading, I'm going to get Discord up so I can get some of the questions up. And also, if there's any audio or technical difficulties, please let me know in the live chat, and I'll try my best to answer them, or try my best to correct them as best as possible. Alright. Oh! Let's go, my Unggoy brethren! Let us kill these humans! Okay, but back to... Actually, hang on. Let me take care of some of these humans. Ugh. Oh, I just love it. It kind of sucks, though, that there's not a anniversary edition. I would have loved all the Sangheili here dressed up in H2A colorations. I know that's gonna trigger so many people, but to me, I just love. I really like the inclusion of Reach aesthetics into CD. It kind of fits with Halo Reach and all. Okay, now we got those out of the way. Let me answer some questions. Right. I believe the first one is from Rising Fire Spreads Its Light. Which I see is in the live chat. Hey, how's it going, man? Right. Now, to answer your question, what is your favorite Halo comic series and why? Ooh, that's a very good question. That's a very good question, actually. I'm not sure if the Halo graphic novel counts, I mean, kind of is. It's not really a series, though. It's more of a graphic novel. But, I really love that in regards to the whole Voyage of the Infinite Succor thing. But if we have to go to an actual comic series, I'm going to say, with obvious reluctance, Escalation, because the only... Well, actually, no, that's not true, actually. Actually, I think my favorite comic series in Halo has to be the Rise of Atriox anthology. While it lacked some of the things I would have liked to see in regards to the Banished's origin stories as well as Atriox's journey, I did like the whole perspective behind Atriox founding the Banished, and as well as all of the and pretty much delving into other Covenant and Banished perspectives, because I've said this multiple times in my live streams and in my social media that Halo has become really too dependent on human stories, where I think it needs more Covenant, Banished, and hell, even more Forerunner stories moving forward. That's just my opinion. Taste my blade! Ah. Yes, my Covenant brethren, slay the infidels! Did you guys see Oh my god, that dude... Did you guys see that guy T-pose just before the explosion? Oh my god. But yeah, back to the question. Yeah, Rise of Atriox I would say, is my favorite comic series. So, yep. Okay, moving on to another question from Hiragingu. Hold on a moment. Hiragingu, he asked, a weird question, but do you have a moment when you suddenly feel yourself very tired and want to sleep? Every day. I mean, I got T-pose as well. Yeah, pretty much a lot of days, man. That's kind of the curse of growing up, of getting old, I think. I think that's the inevitable curse. Alright, take care of you. Fuck you. Here's a grenade. There we go. Okay, yeah, like I said, here we can go. It's pretty much every day. Honestly, there's very little days where I don't feel tired at all. Hey! Sniper. Bitch. Yeah. Okay, moving on to Rising Fire Spreads Its Light. What video editing software and tools do you use to make your videos? I use Vegas Pro 17. Vegas Pro 17. Yeah, that's the software I use to make my videos. As to the tools, it's actually very basic when you think about it. What is it? There's a lot of tools. It's kind of hard for me to explain. I'm really bad at explaining some things. I'm more of a shower rather than a teller, if that makes sense. But yeah, Vegas Pro is my usual software that I use. I've been using it since, I think, for a good 4 or 5 years now. All right, open up. All right, let's move on. All right, hang on a moment. Yeah, actually, that does fit, actually. That does fit. Yep. In Zuka's... Yeah, in the Cold Protocol, Chief knocks out Zuka Zamamee. And here we have, which I assume is Yayap, along with his other Unggoy friends, and I'm assuming they're gonna take me to the airlock. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta give it to the mods who made this. They really pay attention to the details there. Oh, there's the demon. Oh, you little Nishum. Alright. Right. Oh, hey, Alduin. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Right. Moving on to another question from Rising Fire Spreads Its Light. What is the worst Halo antagonist in your opinion? Oh, the worst Halo antagonist in your opinion. Ooh. That's a very good question. I know this is going to really piss off a lot of Covenant fans, myself included, but I would have to say Zuka Dama. He had such a wasted potential from the Kilo 5 novels all the way to Halo 5, where he was just killed off in the first mission of the game. I just don't understand that. It's honestly, it was. I mean, I get he had to die. I get that he had to die throughout that game, but his Covenant didn't really contribute much to the overall story of Halo 4, rather than simply just awakening the Didact and or rather, not awakening the Didact, more like helping him out and being kind of a minor antagonist for the Escalation comics and the Spartan Ops stuff. Oh, there you are, Keys. I am going to hunt you down now! But no, I'm not going to say Celine Neon. Frankly, we haven't really seen much of Celine Neon, honestly, for me to form an actual opinion of him. Where you running, huh? Where you running? Where's your green armor friend, huh? Have a chunk of my grenades. Ha ha ha! Yeah, you don't got your green demon now, huh? I think this kind of follows the Cold Protocol a bit, because I don't think it was Zuka that captured Keys. I think it was a field master that one of the crew members surrendered him to, while the field master pretty much slaughtered his the rest of the humans, other than Keys. But oh hey, it's Johnson. Hey Johnson, bye Johnson. Okay. But yeah, back to the question. The question itself, I would say, yeah, Zuka Dama. He had a wasted potential all throughout the games. I honestly think. I really hope that for Celine Neon's character in Halo Empty Throne, that they don't waste him like they did with Jewel. I really hope they don't do that. But yeah. Alright, let's move on to another question from Rising Fire. Alright. What is your favorite Megatron design from Michael Bay Okay, hang on, let me do this again. I'm already messing it up. Okay. Rising Fire Spreads Its Light asks, what is your favorite Megatron design from the Michael Bay Transformer movies? Oh, okay. I would say my favorite Megatron design has to be the Last Night Megatron design, because I did like the whole knightly persona that Megatron had, while also retaining the classic fusion cannon that we haven't seen at all at this point. Nope, I'm gonna kill all of you. You aren't here, Keys. You're my bitch now. Alright. But yeah, I would say the last Knight Megatron, because he has... I like the knightly persona that Megatron had, while also having the classic fusion cannon on his right arm, I believe it is. Yeah, right arm. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Keys. You ain't leaving here. Got my... Oh. Oh, no. It's the demon. Oh, no, it's the demon. But yeah, like I said, last Knight Megatron. I think the runner-up, I would say, has to be the classic, the 2007 Megatron. That would be a runner-up for that one. Oh, and I got knocked out. Again, by the demon. If I were the Prophets or a Shipmaster, I would have this guy executed for no other reason but just for being incompetent. And thank you, Yayap. I'm assuming that's Yayap. Alright. Got my plasma rifle again. Right. Let's move on to another question from Rising Fire. Do you prefer hot weather or cold weather? Cold weather. I sleep better when it's cold. I cannot sleep for the life of me if it's, like, hot at all. Like, that's why I hate summer. I hate summer, and honestly, at this time of year, I sleep better when it's, like, cold like this. I even leave my window open right next to my bed, and I just pass out like a baby. I sleep much better in winter conditions or fall or spring conditions rather than summer. That's why I hate summer. So, yeah, cold weather is my preferred choice. Okay, moving on to another question from Rising Fire. He asked, serious question. What do you think about Val Chavame's wife, Han, regarding her personality, role, design in a duel? I mean, her story was very tragic for Val, and honestly, it remains to be one of my most sad moments in Halo. But in regards to her, overall personality, there wasn't really much of a personality per se, other than her kindly personality, I guess. But yeah, I already answered the role. Her role was kind of tragic, which I appreciate, and like I said, it remains to be one of my the most tragic and sad Halo experiences, in my opinion. But in regards to her design, that's where I take a lot of issue, because she doesn't really look like a Sangheili. Sangheili don't have braids in their hair. They don't have hair. They're not. Oh, it's a demon. They took Keys. I will shoot you, goddammit. No. God damn it. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of her overall design. I much prefer the design for female Sangheili moving forward, like Tool Jiran, and I would have liked to say Maki Chava, but we don't really have a design for Maki Chava, so unfortunately Tool is the only known female design that we've seen thus far in Halo. So, yep. Okay, so we got another question. We have a question from Jedi Spartan. He asked, what is the status of the Elite Belief... Oh, hang on. I'll answer your question in a minute. I just gotta take care of some of these UNSC stooges. Oh, hey, it's Johnson again. Hey, Johnson. Bye, Johnson. Must be a freaking zombie if he always pops up like that. Alright, let's take care of the last of these. And I think job's good. Oh, there's the shipmaster, or the field master, I think. Oh, that's field master, not shipmaster. Oi. Okay, back to the question itself. What is the status of the elite beliefs within the Swords of Sangheili? Are most atheist, or have they returned to ancient pre-Covenant beliefs? That I don't know, actually. I think it's kind of a mix of both. I think the Sangheili itself have more or less strayed from the Covenant old beliefs in the Great Journey and all that stuff. But I do think they are looking to shift more to their ancient beliefs. Because I do believe in the encyclopedia there is one section in the encyclopedia that states that oh. Okay, the ghost just got free will of its own and decided to fuck off. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's glitches like those, man, that make me laugh. Sorry. Oh, hey, Installation 00, how you doing, man? I'm doing well. Very tired, but well. Getting ready to go back to work tomorrow, because for the last 2 weeks, I've been an utter lazy bitch, which I have no regrets over. But it's about time to get back to work. But yeah. Okay, moving on. Yeah, but back to the question, Jedi Spartan. I think it's a mix of both. That some of the Sangheili have turned atheist, while others have leaned in closely to the old Covenant beliefs. Because I do believe in the encyclopedia, back to what I was saying before, that there's a temple on Suban dedicated to the old Covenant beliefs in Fied, and Jory, the ancient star gods of Sangheili. But I think there are those like Enthos, Shram, Thalvadam, and others that just don't believe in any gods at all. So, oh, come on, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, let me just pause ahead. Oh, good question there, Installation. I do fully intend on going to Worlds this year. That I'm definitely adamant about. I wasn't able to go to Worlds last year because my brother was getting married. That's like that same week or the week after. I wasn't able to attend that time. But this year, no, I fully intend on attending this year's Worlds. And yeah, it was the Worlds that I went to back in 2023 was really fun. It was really fun. I even had the chance to actually hang out with Installation 00 a little bit during that time. It was a really good time. And I fully intend on making it again. To this year's event. Because I would love again to hang out with the Halo community. Honestly, at this point, I consider most content creators to be somewhat like old friends. Though I hope it's not an utterly one-sided feeling. But yeah. Yeah, I agreed, 0-0. I hope there won't be any other scheduling conflicts, because this year, like I said, I do fully intend on making it this year. Assuming there won't be any weddings or any other unfortunate delays or anything like that. Oh no, my cubby brethren! What has the demon done to you? I will avenge you. Alright. Actually, hang on. Let me just pause this up. And scroll on down to some of the other questions. Alright. Okay, we got one from Rising Fire Spreads Its Light. And he asked, do you like to practice any sports? Okay, let me try that again. That was really confusing. Do you like to practice any sports? There we go. I actually managed to do it. Not really. I'm not really a sports guy. To be honest, I've never been. Sports has never really caught my interest, honestly. I think the only real sport I really participated in was track and cross country back in the day. But aside from that, nah. I've always been a gamer nerd, that sort of thing. But I do work out at the gym, just to help me clear my mind, help me unwind after a stressful day at work, that sort of thing. Alright. There we go. Alright. Bitch. There we go. Okay, moving on to another question from Jedi Spartan. What warrior species / cultures from other universes would you want to see the Sangheili go up against? And how do you think the Sangheili would view the other well-known fictional warrior cultures? Oh, that's a very good question. Actually, there has been instances where I have pondered that same question. For example, I've always wondered what the Sangheili would be like if they went up against, like, I don't know, the Klingons from Star Trek. I think they would have a begrudging respect for the Klingons. I think they would kind of view them in the same way as the Jirohanai, in a sense, but with a little bit more respect, because unlike the Jirohanai, the Klingons have a greater respect on honor and all that stuff. As to other warrior cultures, like the Mandalorians from Star Wars, I think the same. There would also be a grudging respect, I would say. They would probably be rivals, but I wouldn't say they would be outright enemies, if that makes sense. Alright, Yayap, what does it say? Oh. Do we have humans? We have humans! Defend the beach! Yes, hunters! Kill them all! Alright. What other warrior cultures? The one that I'm most aware with is, not the one I recently, got to know was, Noxus from, League of Legends / Arcane. I would say the Sangheili would have viewed them in kind of the same way as the Banished. Because Noxus and the Banished kind of have a similar ideology that might makes right, as well as, their, as well as kind of their, overall, tactics, their aggressive show of force, that kind of thing. I think that's kind of where I would say they would fall under in terms of like their relationship. All right, what you got for me, Yayap? Oh, that's probably Keys and his other fools awakening the flood. Idiots. Even though, technically speaking, the Covenant were the first ones to awaken the flood, so that's kind of on us. Agree with me there, Mr. Fieldmaster, sir? Say something. Say something, goddammit! Alright. Alright. Let's go and encounter the flood. Yay. Alright. Moving on to another question from Jedi Spartan, and he asked, although it was presumably just scheduling conflicts, but have we ever found out why there was a voice actor change for Aatrox between Halo Wars 2 and Halo Infinite? That I honestly don't know, Spartan. Like you said, it could just be scheduling conflicts. It could just be... It could be a wide range of things, honestly. I honestly don't know why there was a voice actor change. And honestly, I like the new voice actor for Aatrox because that same actor actually voiced Locke in Halo 5, as well as he played Shao Kahn in both Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 1. And honestly, I think his voice kind of fits for Aatrox, in my opinion. But yeah. Okay, hang on a moment. Alright, Kid Yar, let's go help our brothers. Come on. No? You're just gonna stay over there? Okay. Alright, you ain't getting paid then. Alright. Alright. While we walk on, here's a question from Hiragingu. I got a bit of personal and hard questions, so if you don't want to answer, I understand. Oh, who's shooting at me? Who is shooting at me? Stop it! On your side, goddammit. Okay. Have you ever had a situation where you've just started dreaming out of nowhere? Not really. I don't really think I've really dreamed off like that. Not in my honest, not the way I think. I don't think so. Oh no, what happened here? Where are our brothers? Where are our brethren? Our Sangheili, our Kid Yar, our Unggoy, where the heck are they? Oh, they got effed up. Alright. Moving on to another question. Have you ever had this happen? That during one of your dreams, you started to see clear and understand images of yourself which were so real you almost couldn't believe it. I don't think so either. Sorry. And during your dreams, have you ever imagined yourself in a place of someone or something in a world you really like, and have ever imagined that those phases of actions would be reflected in that world? Again, no. Sorry. And last but not least, have you ever imagined your own original character in your dreams, or rather him in your place, as if you were him? Yeah, no on either of them, man. Sorry. Not in that respect, I don't think. Alright, let me just pause and scroll on down. Okay, moving on. We have Rising Fire, and he asked, favorite festivity. Oh, okay, favorite holiday then. Favorite festivity. I guess Christmas, I guess. I don't know. It's just Christmas to me has always been more of a time where family gets together and just have a good time. What are you grunts doing? Oi! Why are you shooting at me, you fools? This is not another Unggoy rebellion. maybe do what Rip and Mormy did to you, or that one Arbiter that glassed half your planet. I forget his name. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments, please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Christmas. Definitely. Alright. Oh god. If I mispronounce his name, dude, I am terribly sorry. Izo Tsum 117. Tazam. Wait, no, hang on. Izo Tazam 117. What is the Kaidan's flagship? Oh, okay. I can answer this one. The Kaidan's flagship, for my personal character, the flagship for Nakai is Urza's Judgment, which was also known as the Swift Punishment. It is a ORS cruiser, aka the oh god, why did I forget it? I forget the pattern name for the ship. I'm just gonna say ORS. Someone's probably gonna correct me in the comments. Yes, Hekiga Body. Thank you, Rising Fire. That was the name of the Arbiter that ended the Unggoy Rebellion. Thank you. Alright. Moving on to another question from Rising Fire. Favorite and least favorite Covenant vehicles? Oh, good question there. My favorite Covenant vehicle, I would say, if it's drivable, I would say... What the heck? Humans! Where you vermin came from? No. You don't go walking away. I kill you. That's our arrangement. Alright. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Covenant vehicles. Ones that I could drive, I would say the Banshee or the Spectre. Those are my favorite Covenant vehicles to drive. My least favorite? I would say the Prowler. The Prowlers from Halo 3. Those, I don't know, to me, they just kind of didn't really fit in Halo. It was kind of a clumsy attempt to make a replica of the Spectre, and honestly, it didn't really work for me, honestly, so. Oh, do we have friends? We have allies. Where are you? Oh, that does not sound like allies. That sounds like enemies. That sounds like some nasty flood. Oh, sounds like someone's having a fight. Okay, how do I get up here? Oh, come on. How do I get up here? Do I have to bash this open? No? How do I get up here? I hear the gunfire. Where the heck did they go? Is there like a secret door here or somewhere? Hang on. Either I'm being completely and utterly dumb, or I'm probably going in the wrong direction. Hang on a moment. If I go this way, maybe? Oh no, it's a dead Mechalagolo! Oh, sorry, buddy. And there's a couple of Sangheili there. Okay. Okay, maybe this door might lead me somewhere. on to another question from Rising Fire. Favorite thing and least favorite thing about the Unggoy as a whole. Oh, hey guys. Oh, what the? Die, you heretics. Dare attack me? Where'd you go? Now, my favorite thing about the Unggoy is their obvious comic relief that they bring to Halo. I love their overall just comic relief that they bring. I think the least favorite thing I like is probably their voice. It can come across as somewhat annoying for some people. Alright. Where do I go now? Is there a green door somewhere? That can't be the other way around, surely. Oh, and you're right, Corey. Jim DiMaggio? I think that's DiMaggio. He did voice the chieftains in Halo 3. You were right about that. Where the heck am I supposed to go? I see a green door up there, but I don't see anyone here. Alright, I'm just gonna turn around. Weird. Let me see if I can get around here, maybe. Oh, I hate when it's like this, where it's like a maze just navigating around. Alright. Let me see if I can try and get around here. Dead leads, blah, blah, blah. There's gotta be a way up, surely. Yeah, I hear the gunfire, thank you, but I don't know where the heck to go. Yeah, it's coming from here. How the... You know what, if I can't... Alright, you know what, actually, I think I'm gonna skip to the next mission, because I have no idea how to navigate through there, and I'm just gonna do the next mission. Alright. Where was I? Okay. Jedi Spartan asks, where do you think the Sword Sangheili-based Spartan team, where do you think... Okay, hang on. Oh, I'm being dumb, I'm sorry. My brain is still in vacation mode. Okay. Where do you think Sword of Sangheili-based Spartan teams, like Spartan Team I can't pronounce that. Like Fire Team Joramgo? I'm probably mispronouncing this so bad, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me try this one more time. Where do you think Sword of Sangheili-based Spartan teams were during the Sanghelios levels in Halo 5? Good question. Honestly, I don't think there were any, actually, that's incorrect. I think there were, joint, human Sangheili teams like what we saw in Battle for the Blood Moon. I just don't think that they were operated on Sangheili. I think they were more situated on planets like from the joint occupation zones, or say for example Caro, or I don't know, myriad of other planets. I just don't think. I think they like. But back to the question. I'm kind of drifting away a bit. Sorry. Like I said, I do think that there are sort of Sanghelios UNSC groups. I think they might be focused on hunting down Covenant remnants, Banished, or Servants of the Abiding Truth throughout the Joint Occupation Zone. I think they were less numerous before the Created Uprising, but I think with Cortana dead now, I think there would be a need for more cooperation between the Swords and the UNSC, considering the fact that the UNSC was severely crippled by Cortana's attack on Sydney. That is just my opinion on the matter, but yeah. Come on! Yeah, kill them. There you go. Alright, so Rising Fire asks, in your opinion, what is the best piece of media in all of Halo? Oh, Halo 2, without a shadow of a doubt. Halo 2, and I would say Broken Circle, because both have been a prime piece in demonstrating that Halo shouldn't be primarily focused on humanity. I think it should be focused on other species, like the Sangheili, the Unggoy, the Jirohanai, that sort of thing. I think what Broken Circle and Halo 2 did best was introduce the characters like Thelvadam, Zealous, Baltol, Zoreskin, and all those who are not evil or bad, but gray. Characters who are complicated that can redeem themselves in a way. Like Thel did, like Baltol Zealous did, like Zoreskin did. I think, like I said in the past, I think Halo should benefit more by telling more Covenant stories, more Sangheili stories, that sort of thing. But yeah. Okay, let's move on to another question from Rising Fire. As a follow-up question, what is the worst piece of media? What is the worst piece of media in all of Halo, in your opinion? Ooh, worst one. Oh, that's kind of hard, actually. Most people will say Legacy of Onyx, and I get why they would think that, but I don't entirely agree. In my professional opinion, the worst piece of Halo media I've had lately was, Halo 5. I wasn't a big fan of the whole created story arc, but in terms of, Oi! What the? What the heck? What the? Oh no, I was about to say, are these Wasp? No, they're not Wasp. They kind of look like Wasp, but no. What was I about to say? Oh, the worst piece of Halo media that I was severely disappointed in, I would say it would have to be, what was that one? That one comic with Linda. That I forget the name of the comic book. It was pretty much Linda trying to recover a UNSC AI from some crazy human scientist that evidently that was only really meant to build up Outpost Discovery. Oh, there's the flood. I'm sure people are gonna correct me in the comments, but I don't remember the name of the comic itself. Okay, so these flying vehicles are kestrels. Yes, you're right there, Corey. Thank you for the correction there. Yeah, they are kestrels. They're not wasp. They look a lot like wasp, but they're not. Yeah, if someone knows the name of that comic with Linda, please let me know. But yeah, I would say that comic was probably one of the most disappointing and not really satisfying pieces of Halo media, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I still love Halo. Just want to make sure that's clear, just so people are saying, "Oh, you don't like Halo anymore." Oh, okay. Okay. Right. Moving on to another question from Rising Fire, and he asked, "Have you ever had a dream related to Halo?" I think I have. I don't remember the exact details of it, but I do remember having Halo-related dreams in one way or another. Just not, like, fully detailed ones, I would say. Oh, sorry. Nibnab, the Grunts. Yes, Shadow of Intent is well worth the read. If you want to read it, go right ahead. It is really good, honestly. I love the whole Urtos and the Prelate, story arcs in the book. Why do I have a shotgun? I don't want a shotgun. Ew. I don't want Nishum tech. Fine. But yeah, I would definitely recommend getting Shadow of Intent Nip-Nap. Alright. Oh, there's the flood. Alright. Let me slice you up! I will kill you, you wretched parasites! Get off my grunty friend! Get out of the way! Yeah, can you stop running around? Help me out here, goddammit! Oh, I hate these stupid flood form things. There we go. There you... No. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what? Screw you. Okay. Moving on to another question from Rising Fire. Do you have an opinion of Beast Wars from the Transformers franchise? Oh yeah, it's brilliant. I love Beast Wars. I'm gonna remain the whole truck techno purist here though, and say that I much prefer the whole robotic rather than the techno organic thing. But that is, like I said, I still love Beast Wars. I like the whole premise of the Primals and Maximals, or not the Primals and Maximals, the whole Maximals and Predacons being the descendants of the Autobots and Decepticons, respectively. And, yeah, it's honestly, I honestly like Primal and Megatron, respectively. Yeah. Oh. And honestly, I really love, what was it? Waspinator being a blumbering idiot. Being always killed, but yet still reviving. And also, I do like the connection it has with the G1 Transformer stuff, like Starscream's Ghost, for example. And what was that? And what was the other one? The one with the whole premise with the Ark and oh, where's the elevator? Come on, there we go. All right, let's go. But yeah, I would say Beast Wars is a really good Transformer show. For those who haven't seen it, go right ahead. It's really, really good. Alright. I'm just going to pause here so I can scroll on down and answer some more questions. Okay. We got one from Connor Lawson. Does the Covenant have any equivalent to Flamethrower? Let me try that again. Does the Covenant have anything equivalent to a Flamethrower? I don't think so. I don't think the Covenant ever made something similar to a Flamethrower or anything like that. I think... No, I don't think so. Honestly, I think they might have had, like, some experimental form of fuel rod or infusion guns, kind of like how Vortis did in Halo Wars 2, but I don't think the Covenant ever had anything like that. Alright, my Covenant brethren, let us kill the infidels. Or the parasite, depending on who we're fighting. Okay. Moving on to Rising Fire. What plans do you have for 2025? Good question there. My plans are basically expand the Patreon page to make a Season of the Banished sort of thing. Kind of like having an Aatrox bust, Banished t-shirts, or more Banished small collectibles, that sort of thing. Kind of like with the curved blade, but it's still kind of in the thought process phase at the moment. Once I gather enough funds and all that, I will try and first make the bust of Aatrox, and then move on from there. Die, infidels! Okay. But as to other videos, in terms of content, actually, I think what I'm aiming for is to make a new, like, faction breakdown video series, because of pretty much how well the Swords of Sangheili video did last month. I'm very pleased of how well it was received by fans alike. I plan on making more Banished-related videos, and, and especially I plan on making a video on Empty Throne once I fully read the book in just about a month from now. So, yeah. And and also it's my hope to make more videos regarding vehicles and weaponry and stuff, not just factions and characters and such. But it's kind of more fluent at the moment. Oh! Also, I plan on making a video breaking down the Covenant factions and seeing which of them is more closely related to the original Covenant from Halo C and 2. See which of the Covenant factions is closely related. That is my current roadmap for 2025. And of course, like I said earlier, my plan is to attend Worlds later this year. It's my hope. I really hope to. see most of my fellow content creators and just have a good time. But yeah. Okay, moving on to another question from Rising Fire, and he asked, if you got the chance to write the origin story for an already... Okay, hang on. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, if you could yeah. I'm having troubles now, sorry. If you got the chance to write the origin story for an already existing character that we don't know much about, which one would you choose? Ooh, which one would I choose? Ooh. I would say, if I had a chance to write an origin story for, like, and... I would say, honestly, Zaitan Watinri. Zaitan was really, honestly, Zaitan's really an interesting character because he hasn't really, he's the Alexander the Great for the Sangheili, and yet we know very little about him, other than the fact that the prophets were so afraid of him, they sent him into exile. Alright. I already took care of that. But yeah, I would love to see, like, how Zaitan gained such a reputation for being really being a really imposing commander. How he became Imperial Admiral. Like, all that stuff. I would really like to know what kind of story he had leading up to that. So, if I had the chance to write up an origin story for him, yeah, I would choose Zaitan. Oh. Open the door, you goddammit! Alright. Oh, there's my Covenant troops. Alright. Can I fall? Oh. Well, that was stupid on my part. That was immensely stupid on my part. Alright, let's see here. Where is that sniper? There you are. Oh, hang on. Okay, moving on to another question from Hirigingu. He says, "Hello, Nakai. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. I have several questions for you. First, have you played in-game from the Elder Scrolls franchise?" Yes, I have, actually. I played the Skyrim game. I love Skyrim. Right, moving on to another question. Okay, second, what is your plans on Nakai, your character? For Nakai, I plan on hopefully finishing up Warthorn at some point this year, in terms of, like, the second chapter of the video. I mean, the actual chapter itself is done. It's just the video itself needs to be made, like I did for the other one I did 2 years ago, I think. Jesus. Like I said, I really do need to get off my ass and get it done. Who is that? Yayap, what are you doing over there? Alright. Okay, And the third question is, can you give us a hint on the main villain of Warthorn? Warthorn? It's a Warthorn, but yeah, I get what you mean. But back to the question, for Warthorn, the main villain, I would say, is someone close to home, I would say. And it's going to be, and there's going to be other villains kind of connected to the outer lore of Halo. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Okay, I'm just going to pause ahead so I can scroll on down and answer some more questions. And these series of questions are from Supreme Commander Cam Alamai, which is also Colt from our usual game nights. He asked, how are you doing today? I'm doing very well. Very tired, but well. His next question is, have you had water today? I have not had water today, but I have had, some soda. Probably not the most healthiest option, but yeah. Alright. Oh, come on. Where are these new shoots coming from? There we go. Okay, where was I? Okay. His next question is, could the Sudanese crystals be shaped into grenades? The spheres in CE we see Guilty Spark look like you can throw them. I don't think, well, I think they can be made into grenades. I think there are, like, mines where they can be made from Sudanese crystals, but I don't think they can be made to, like, shaped into actual grenades. Well, actually, I think they might be. I'm not entirely sure. I think actually, it can be possible, I think, actually, because the proximity mines in some Halo media have been made from Sudanese crystals. So, yeah, actually, I would say, yeah. They in theory, they could be made as grenades. But not probably in the same sense as plasma grenades and stuff like that. Okay, moving on to another question from Colt, and he asked, is there any ship type from the former Covenant that we haven't seen in visual media that you would like to see in future games? Ooh. Yes, actually there is. I think it's the type of Covenant assault carrier that, oh, what was it? That the UNSC commandeered after the events of CE. I think it was mentioned in... It's called the Ascendant Justice, I believe it's called? I don't remember the exact type of carrier it is, but that kind of ship, that it's not a usual assault carrier that we saw in Halo 2, 3, and 4. It's a different type of ship. But I would very much like to see that kind of ship make an appearance in a Halo game. Have a taste of grenade, humans. What other ship? Oh, also, there's a Banished supercarrier that the Banished seem to have as we know of in Halo Shadows of Reach. I would like to know what exactly kind of ship it is. It's probably not a CSO like we saw in Halo Reach. but I would very much like to see that kind of ship make an appearance again, in physical form, if that makes sense. Okay, ooh, where the heck? Alright, where was I? Okay, do the Covenant remnants still pose a threat on a similar scale to the Banished? No, I don't think so. I think the most threatening Covenant remnant group that we encountered at all in Halo was Dama's Covenant. And since they were destroyed in Halo 5, I think the Covenant remnants have really been dialed down to the extent of, like, the insurrection from the UNSC side. I don't think the Covenant remnants kind of pose as much a threat as the Banished have now been. But we don't know the size of Celine Neon's Covenant at this point. They could be on a similar scale as Jules, or maybe smaller. We don't entirely know. But at this point, no. The Covenant remnants is not at all on the same scale as the Banished in terms of size and power. And threat, obviously. Alright, let's go up to the control room and find and begin the journey, as it were, as it would say. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Silly me. Okay. Okay. Alright, moving on to another question. What sort of collaborative armor would you like to see made by the humans to the Sword of Sangheili and vice versa? Good question. We already got a Helios grill. We have an Urtas Vadum style armor. Oh, I know. I would like to see an Honor Guard type of Spartan armor seen for Infinite. But I think for the Sangheili side, I would like to see the UNSC make something kind of like what we saw in Halo MCC with, like, the whole the Accord armor. That armor was more of a Valkyrie Valhalla style armor. I would like to see the UNSC make the Sword Sangheili kind of a old classic Spartan armor, like the 300 Spartan armor sets, kind of like that, if that makes sense. Okay, moving on to another question. What's your opinion on the Covenant maps that we see in Halo 5 Guardians? Mercy's map is absolutely amazing in look and design. Yeah, I would agree. Honestly, the whole aesthetics for the Covenant in Halo 5 were honestly gorgeous. And like I said, the maps in Halo 5 on, like, Truth and Mercy were just honestly just chef's kiss. Love it. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. Get that flood off you. God damn it. He's just flailing around with that thing on him. Alright, let's turn this door on. Okay. Let's get to another question. Do you think we'll see Mithrilian in the future? We might. We might in Ryan Forge's Forerunner story. We already got to see Bastion. We got to see some characters from the Forerunner saga in Ryan Forge's story. So I think Mithrilian is not really that much of a long shot for her kind of stories to pop up. So, yeah. Okay, moving on to another question. Would you like to see a banished spy master and a skirmisher assistant in... Oh, okay, I misread. Would you like to see the Sangheili study master and his skirmisher assistant in future games? He's obviously referring to the recent Chronicle, where we got to see that Sangheili assistant and a skirmisher in analyzing the ring totems, while also uncovering despondent Pyre's audio logs. The control room is ours, you heathens! Kill them all! Okay. Yeah, I think we could see the study master and the skirmisher again. Probably in other chronicles or any database information that we encounter in any future sequel to Infinite. It's more than possible. Yay, there's Zuka and Yayap. Let us go and kill the demon. Okay. Moving on to another question. Do you believe the Study Master will uncover new secrets to use them against the enemies of the Banished? We could see the Study Master uncovering, more Forerunner Sentinel types. We could see, him using... Honestly, I think the Study Master could very well uncover some of the Palace of Pains that we encounter in, the Forerunner saga. It's definitely possible. The demon! You're mine, bitch!
Okay, now it's my turn.
Oh!
Go hide and I will find you.
What? No, wait, was that Caboose? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, that was Caboose. Oh my god. I honestly thought that was cheat for a moment there. Holy crap. Wow. Oh wow, that got me off guard, man. Oh, where was I? Yeah, like I said, I think the Study Master could uncover some of the secrets that we had in the Palace of Pain stuff. Could very well happen. And obviously he could inadvertently release the Flood, which seems very likely at this point, seeing as the Flood is probably going to come back in the next Halo game that we get. So, yep. Okay, would you like to see a clan that uses a Scalen as an aerial mount instead of the Banshee? Okay. Skelns. Skelns? I think that's how it's pronounced? Yeah. That is probably not gonna happen unless we encounter a clan that's, like, super, like, anti-technology sort of clan. For those of you who don't know, Skelns were pretty much the, predecessors to the Banshees. Ancient Sangheili rode them in the skies of St. Helios before the Banshees came to be. So, like I said, unless there's like a clan that's super anti-technology, the chances of encountering them are slim to none. So, yes, find them, find the demon and the Flood, I guess. Oh, the demon! King, you're mine! You're mine! Oh, I get knocked out again! Zuka, my man! Jeez. You can't catch a break with these freaking... he's always getting knocked out. Alright, moving on to another question from Colt. He asked, would you like to see... Okay, hold on. Okay, oh, here we go. How diverse can the Sangheili armies get? Is there a limit to what sort of armor that they can use in their forges? I don't think it's really a matter of, I think the size of a Sangheili army kind of varies between, like, feudal clans and stuff like that. I think armors can vary a lot in many different keeps and clans and stuff like that. You're mine, you demon filth! But yeah, like I said, certain armors, weapons, and stuff like that, I think they can only be made with what materials the keep has to offer. But it depends. Like I said, like for example, Vadam has the Kolar I can't say it. The Kolar manufacturum, and they produce all sorts of like different ships and sizes and stuff like that. So, like I said, I think it can vary between keeps and stuff like that. So, yeah. And his last question is, how was your Christmas? Oh, my tongue and my brain are not having it today. But back to the question, how was your Christmas and New Year? They were fine. Pretty good. Nothing too crazy, I would say. Just standard. It was a fun time, though. But yeah. Alright. Just pause there so I can scroll on down to the last few questions. Alright. Okay, Connor Lawson asks, good evening, favorite game and movie from 2020... Okay. Good evening, favorite game and movie from 2024, and what do you hope for 2025? I haven't really played that many games in 2024, to be honest with you. If I had to choose, though, I would say the one that I've been enjoying a lot lately has been God of War Ragnarok. I know it came out in 2023, but it recently came out in PC, and I was able to play that. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. In terms of movie, I actually have a good list on that one. In terms of movies, I would say Transformers 1, in terms like the whole animation, story, that kind of thing. In terms of comedy, I would say Deadpool and Wolverine. And for overall, like, scale, size, and, like, battles and stuff like that, I would honestly give it to Dune Part 2. Those films, honestly, were, like, some of the best I've seen lately. But, yeah. And my hopes for my hopes is pretty much to just, like I said, go to Worlds for next year. For this year, I mean. Reach 20K, which I'm very close. I think I'm like only 800 away. Oh, where the heck am I going? Where am I supposed to go? If not there. Hang on. Huh. Where am I to go next? But yeah, like I said, going to Worlds and hitting 20K, I would say those are my biggest hopes and wishes for 2025. I would say. I see there's my Covenant boys up there, but where the heck are... Where am I to go? Should I go back to my Banshee? See if I can fly around, try and get up there, maybe? Let me see if I can get up there. There's no marker for me to go. Let's see if I can get back to my Banshee. Probably not. Nope, I cannot get in there. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Where am I? Hello? Fellas? Okay, if I can't figure out how to get up there, I think that's my... I think that might call it for this mod, I guess. Where am I to go? Sorry guys, this is dull as dishwater right now, but I honestly don't know where the heck to go. Where the frick am I supposed to go? Oh, okay, I guess I'm just gonna save and quit on this one, I guess. Okay, let me see what I can boot up next. Let's, I guess, we're gonna do the Maw in regular CE, I guess. Honestly, I think that's the best we're gonna get. Okay. Okay, let's move on to another question from Rising Fire. Does the wife of the Kaidan have a title or rank within the hierarchy of her respective keep? I think, well, in Vodar Keep, she's the matriarch of the keep. But I would say, in terms of, like, her overall influence in her own respective keep, I think she was, like, the only first daughter of the matriarch of her keep. So I don't think she has, like, a actual title-ish, kind of like Ola BC Verodai had in before becoming the Marshal of Vara and the wife of the usurped Kaidan. All right, I'm moving. Ah! No! Get away, you flood filth! There we go. Okay, moving on to another question from Rising Fire. Oh, hang on. Okay. Oh. Okay. Right, back to the question. Do you plan on streaming Halo campaigns while talking about the lore? Yes, actually, I am planning on doing that. I'm planning on doing that with... I hope to do that with other like-minded Halo nerds out there. Other content creators like, hopefully, 00 or, Late Night Gaming or, other people like that sort of thing. And it doesn't necessarily have to be content creators alone. It could be just general Halo fans, like myself. Oh, hang on. Get away, you big walking turd. Get away. Get away. Get away. There we go. Oh, is that? No, that's not Zuka. At least I don't think that's Zuka. No, wait, that's not Zuka, because Zuka came in via an elevator. Alright. Now that we got them taken care of, let's go on to another question from Chor Julmama? Chor Julama? Oh, Core Julama. Right? Oh. Oh, it's Corey Julama. Okay. Corey Julama. Okay. Gotcha. If you got an Sorry, guys. If you got an actor role in Halo, which species would you play and why? Good question. I would probably want to be a Sangheili, because I love the warrior species of the Covenant. But if I had to be another species, I would say probably Jirahani, maybe. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Okay, another question from Corey. He asked, favorite soundtrack from each game, including spin-offs. Ooh. Oh, favorite soundtracks from each game. I don't remember the actual tracks themselves, sorry. But the ones that I do know of, and are my favorite, are in part from Halo 2, Follow Me My Brothers from Halo 3, Requiem from Halo 4, Warrior Song from Halo 5? Yes, Halo 5. And Banished. I think it's either Banished or Banishing from Halo Wars 2. I don't remember any of the soundtracks from Halo Wars 1. But I think for Infinite, it would have to be Escharum from Halo Infinite. The soundtrack, not the character. And I think that's the only soundtracks that I know of to heart. I think. Don't quote me on that, sorry. Okay. back to Rising Fire. He has a question. What do you think about Zuka Zamamee? Okay, what do you think about Zuka Zamamee's story overall? I like it. I think Zuka is kind of like a tragic character in his own story. I think he wants to redeem himself by killing the demon, restoring his honor and all that stuff, while also just being futile in stopping him. And also being betrayed by his own Unggoy adjutant. That kind of thing. Like, he tries so hard to serve the Covenant, only to be killed in something of an unceremonious sort of way, as we'll see in a little bit. Okay, let's... But, honestly, I would love to see more of Zuka's story, like, in some other form of ancillary material. Like, in a chronicle, or, hell, in some other short story, that sort of thing. Alright, let's climb up this ladder. Where are we? Get away! There we go. Oh, hang on. Oh. Hang on. Let's see here. Those are stealth elites, not Zuka. Hang on. Oh, can we access here? Yes, we can. Alright, hang on. I'll answer some more questions, guys. I just gotta navigate through this tunnel here. Oh. I'm just gonna grenade spam. Ugh. Hang on. Ugh. We're fighting the holy warriors of the sacred rings, goddammit. Oi. Hold on. Where's the elevator? Oh, wait. I think I'm going the wrong way. I am. Alright. Moving on to another question from Hiragingu. He asks, "Hi friend, do the Sangheili have burial rituals or not?" I think they do. Yes, they do. But they kind of vary in certain planets and clans and stuff like that. I think it kind of varies between clan to clan, that kind of thing. Because, oh, jeez! Because in Halo Shadow of Intent, we see the Sangheili of Ranello pile up their dead and make a funeral pyre. Though in Halo 5, we see the Vidam clan having burial grounds for their old members. This was pre-Covenant, though. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Okay. Am I supposed to go this way? No. Okay, yep. I'm supposed to go this way. Okay. Right. Where is...
Engine room located.
Oh, I'm in the engine room. Oh, okay.
Alert. The monitor has disabled all command access.
Yeah, like I said, Hiragingu, it really varies between clan to clan in terms of their burial rituals, that sort of thing.
Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. First, we need to pull
Okay,
back the
moving
exhaust
on to another question from Corey. How horrified were you when you first saw Jega? I wouldn't say horrified, I would say it was more like, ooh, that guy is badass. I wasn't really, like I said, I wasn't really horrified per se, just more like in awe and like, oh, this one's an edgelord Sangheili. Rather than actually being horrified, that sort of thing.
Good. Step 1 complete. We have a straight shot into the fusion reactor.
Alright.
Catalyst explosion destabilize the magnetic field surrounding the fusion.
Get away.
I recommend a grenade or rocket. If you run out of explosives, there is
No!
an armory station located near the engine room.
Yeah, there we go.
Analyze.
Hey! 3 for 3. Piss off. Come on. There we go. No! Ah! Back off. No! How? Come on. Okay, back to the questions. Have you played Cursed Halo? Corey? No, I have not. I have not played any of those. I would like to one of these days. But no, I haven't really delved into that sort of thing. Alright, where am I supposed to go? Oh, where the heck am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm so lost now. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, shut up, Spark. Alright, moving on to another question from Corey. He asked, if you had the chance to have a ring to be the main place for a game, which would it be and why? Wait, what? If you had the choice to have a ring to be the main place for a Halo game, which one would it be and why? Honestly, I would say Zeta Halo. I know people have been kind of like, okay, Zeta Halo, it's just it's a different ring. But honestly, Zeta Halo, out of all the other rings in Halo, it has the most detailed history. It's the oldest of the rings, and it's honestly has a bunch of stuff that we haven't really seen before, like with the Palace of Pain, that sort of thing. Come on. Come on. Come on, I'm shooting at it. There we go. Okay, hang on. Sorry guys, I'll pursue the questions. I'm just being attacked a lot by these Forerunner machines. Okay, so Corey asked, what Covenant gun should return to Infinite? Oh, the fuel rod. Fuel rod and the plasma rifle. Those weapons were honestly one of the coolest. Oh! Sorry, that big flood form really scared me, but caught me really off guard. Oh, I hate see, this is why I really hate the flood. They are just freaking constant everywhere. much prefer fighting the Banished and the Covenant over these guys. I know people are gonna really hate me for that, but sorry, that is just how I feel. Get away. Yeah, back to what I was saying. The fuel rod cannon and the plasma rifle, I feel like, definitely need to make a comeback. They're so iconic in Halo. It's really criminal that the fact that they were excluded so much from Halo at this point. Ooh, I'm gonna run like a bitch. Okay, there we go. Alright, moving on to another question from Rising Fire Spreads Light. He asked... Oh, hang on.
Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go.
Yes, I know. Right. What is your opinion on the concept of Covenant flood cults, like the Governors of Contrition present in Ghosts of Onyx? I really like the whole idea of Covenant, like, like, flood worshipping Covenant. Can you actually imagine that? I actually really like it, because it really has a concept of, like, some doomsday... Like, they have, like, they're kind of like, the Governors are something of an equivalent to a doomsday, like, cult. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. But it's such a shame that we only saw them in Ghosts of Onyx. I would like to see more of them explored in other ancillary material. Alright. Let me just pause so I can scroll on down to the last questions here, and I'll try and answer some of the questions on the live chat, if there are any. Ugh. Oh, come on! Get away! Oh my god, these guys are everywhere! Get away! Okay. Oh! Okay. Running. Alright. Okay. Oh my god. Freaking get away! Oh, jeez. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, Zuka! Sorry, Zuka. I'm gonna have to kill you now. Sorry, Zuka. Oh, jeez. Sorry, Zuka. You will be remembered, my friend. May we see together in the Hall of Eternity. For those of you who don't know, that's the ancient Sangheili afterlife. Okay. So, right. So, David the Silent Knight asked, do you think of Warhammer 40k, and if so, what would you like to happen if the Tau and the Covenant meet? Sorry, David, I have no knowledge on Warhammer 40k, nor do I have any real, passion for that series. So, I can't answer that question for you truthfully, friend. Sorry about that. Okay. Rising Fire asked, what are your final thoughts on Zuka Zamamee's mod that you were playing? It was very fun. But it wasn't really, some of the levels weren't exactly clear, like the flood level and the last level with the Pillar of Autumn and stuff like that. So that's the only wrinkle that I have with the mod. But overall, I like more Covenant focused mods for Halo. Especially in terms of campaign story wise. Okay. Okay, Corey asked, What cut mission would you like to see done in Final? What cut mission? Not really sure what you mean by that, my friend. I think you're maybe referring to, like, the stuff from Dig Site, maybe? I think. If that is the case, I would say probably the E3, E3 gameplay stuff that we saw from Halo, CE and Halo 2. If they would be counted as cut missions, I guess. But yeah. Okay. Alright. Hiragingu asks, if you could change anything from Halo's universe, anything but only one thing, what would it be? Jul 'Mdama's death. That I would change without a shadow of a doubt. I would change it to where he dies in Sunayon, fighting the Arbiter's forces, rather than being killed off in one freaking mission. Sorry if I hurt people's ears there if you're, listening via headphones. Sorry about that. But yeah, the one thing I would change is, definitely change is Jul 'Mdama's death. I'm fine with him dying in Halo 5. I have issues with the manner of his death. But yeah. Okay, and our last question from Discord comes from Corey, and he asks, should CE be oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry, Corey. I'm butchering your message, and I am terribly sorry. Should CE be in Halo 3's engine, like Guardian Forest? I mean, sure. I wouldn't mind seeing a Halo 3 type engine in Halo CE. It would make it a little more engaging, a little less difficult, like driving this Warthog here. But yeah. Okay, and I think that's all the questions for the Discord. But let me see if I can try to answer some questions from the live chat. Let me just pause here so I can try and scroll on up and see if I can try and narrow down some of the questions here that I've built up here. Okay. Okay, Mike Mezina asked, where is Locke? Where he Locke? The question. Mickey, I think you're asking, where is Locke? That's the question. I think, in answer of your question, I would say Locke is presently still alive, though that's kind of in question, considering the fact that he's, his helmet is on Hyperion's shoulder in Halo Infinite, so it's kind of left that more in a dubious position. But, like I always say, show me a body and I'll believe he's dead. Otherwise, he's still around somehow. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm sorry, I will answer some more of these questions in YouTube. Sorry guys, I have to proceed into the hangar.
Up ahead, there's a gap in the trench. At top speed, we should be able to clear it.
I'll be with you guys in a moment. Get out of my way, you flood. Here we go.
That's the ship. Move, we need to get aboard now.
Yes, yes, I hear you, Cortana. Shut up. Okay. Corey asked, favorite assault rifle in Halo? It's for everyone. Mine is CE's and Halo 4's. Mine honestly has to be Halo Reach and Halo Infinite. I like the design and I like the design and the gameplay of both weapons. So, yeah. Okay. Right. Let's see. I'm going to try and scroll on down. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Here we are, I think. Do you think we'll ever see the Spectre back from Halo 2? And this comes from Ghost from the live chat. I hope so. I really hope so, Ghost. I really hope we get the Spectre back. Hell, I do know that we have one in Halo 3 as a mod, but aside from that, there really hasn't been any word of any of the return of the Spectre. But on a more realistic note, probably not, I would say, which is kind of sad when you think about it. But yeah. Yep. Okay. Moving on to... Oh, Shadow Force 623. I know Dr. Glassman is your most annoying UNSC character. Who is your most annoying Covenant character? Ooh, annoying Covenant character. I would say it would have to be the Prophet of Exquisite Devotion from Halo Broken Circle. That guy is the most sadistic Sanshayum I have ever seen. He's honestly one of the most annoying characters thus far. And to a lesser extent, Niza Kevarosi from Halo Outlaws. Yes. He is one. He was also sort of annoying as well. So, yep. All right. And that does it for the campaign. So let me see if I can answer some last questions before I end the stream. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Shadow Force 623 asks, Oh no! Crashed! No! My game crashed! Well, that's a hell of a way of ending the stream. Okay, but let me see if I can answer some last minute stuff. Okay. Hang on. Here we go. From Shadow Force 623, he asked, if the Keepers of the One Freedom were in a Halo game, what would the humans fighting for the Keepers look like in uniform, gear, etc.? I guess they would look kind of like Veta Lopez did in the cover of Divine Wind, I would say. Kind of like less military and more like insurrectionist freedom fighter, if that makes sense. And in terms of gear, I would say they would have a mix of like Covenant and UNSC stuff. Maybe the gun we saw in Ghost of Onyx that has recently been added to Halo Infinite. That could also be a good use for in terms of gear and stuff. So, yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay. SMC07 asks, what is your favorite Covenant campaign mod? I guess the Zuka Zamamee mod that I just played, because I haven't really been playing much Covenant mission mods. lately. So, yeah. Alright. Isaac Torres Sanchez asks, would you like to see more Gestalt forms of Hunter forms like the Slugman? Yeah. I would very much like to see, different variations of like Golo pop up in Halo games. Like the Slugman, for example. I would very much like to see, something like the, Goliaths, or those little, crawling, turrets that we saw in Halo Wars 2. I would very much like to see those guys pop up again. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Last two questions come from... Oh, jeez, I can't... Okay. Bukchivin? I'm probably butchering that name. If I am so sorry, my friend. Do the Sangheili children know their parents in some occasions? And if there are clanless servants. Okay, do Sangheili children know their parents if they are servants or clanless? Normally speaking, no. Sangheili children normally don't know the identities of their fathers, so they can make their own careers and paths beyond the shadow of their father's legacies. I think that also counts for lower class serfs, children, and stuff like that. Oh, Vetten. Okay, sorry, Vetten. The name was kind of so hard to pronounce. My bad. But back to the question. Normally, no. I would say Sangheili children would not normally know their parents in some occasions. Unless they were born on outer colonies like Ranello. Those are the only occasions where that could happen. Okay, so we have one last question from Vetten. He asked, after your anger for the Flood, I just realized that the Halo rings were a massive flip. Oh, this wasn't really a question. This is more of a comment. Sorry. Oh, my brain. But yeah, I guess that covers all the questions for the stream. Thank you guys for showing up again, and thank you for enduring my terrible brain trying to process all these questions, and while also dealing with the Flood and the humans. But yeah, that does it for the first Q&A stream for 2025. Thanks again, guys, for showing up again. We'll be doing this again next month, hopefully. And if you want your questions answered for that time, all you need to do is pop up in the Discord, and all you need to do to access that is go to the description box below, click to the link, join up, and, submit your questions in Q&A submission. And like I said in the beginning, you could also, chat up with the rest of the Halo community there, or the rest of the Covenant Canon community there, and talk up all sorts of Halo stuff, as well as like Fallout, Lord of the Rings, and Game of Thrones and stuff. But until next time, guys, may the eyes of Urs, Jory, and Fide look down upon you all. And until next time, guys, I'll see you again. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. Sorry. And until next time, guys, may the light of the rings guide your path. Victory to Clan and King, Covenant fans. Covenant Canon, out.